Hey guys, how's it going? So I was outside today and I was about to do a ton of just average, no fun yard and garden work. And I thought, there's really nothing to be filmed here. Like, I am doing some things that no one wants to see. But then I thought to myself, you know what? Like, I'm not videoing it because it's not pretty. And then I thought, this is the thing that most people need to see. Real people need to see that it's not always pretty, and it takes a lot of hard work to get to the pretty most of the time. So I'm going to show you what the state of my garden is currently, and parts of my yard that are just dead from the frost. And so it's not pretty, but it will be one day, and I have to keep telling myself that. So let me show you. Okay, so we are gonna start here. These little pool cutouts, I need to do a lot of trimming. So, we do have some things coming back. The canna is coming back. These little dianthus are coming back and blooming, which are really pretty, which are awesome. So I'll probably get some more of these because we had a really hard frost here last month and it lasted for a couple of days and it froze many of the plants that I had covered really well that I thought would make it, and they just didn't. So unfortunately these bird of paradise are kaput. I did have some of these bird of paradise come back from the ground one year, so that's yet to be seen. Although if you look down here, there is some green. Anyway, I'm just gonna chop these because this is mush right here, but this is hard. So there could be hope there, but I still need to trim those up, pull some weeds. All those weeds need to be pulled. And the grass is slowly but surely coming back. My jasmine is all frozen again. It took, gosh, a year and a half to fully cover this wall again, and it's all dead again. This is my angel trumpet. Of course it died back, but it's coming back from the roots, which is beautiful. I was hoping it maybe would come back from some of these branches, but it's not. So I'm gonna cut down those big branches even more. And ferns are coming back and such, but it's still a very sad state. And that's how pretty much everything looks. These gorgeous bromeliads are no more. I had all this covered really well, but it was just too much for it. This was a really big hibiscus right here, just gone. Again, the dianthus is coming back. These banana plants, I tried using a method I had seen from another Houston gardener who would cover the tops of their banana plants with pool noodles and saran wrap. So we did that on all of them, but none of them survived. That was really unfortunate because that took a lot of time to do, but they're all just kaput. So I need to cut all those down. These will come back from the ground, but it's just going to take time. So all of that's dead. Everything I had planted here, dead. This variegated ginger was big and pretty. It's coming back though. It's just going to take lots and lots of time. So yeah, I can go around the whole yard and pretty much say the same story over and over. These are cannas all coming back. I had, it's an angel trumpet back there that is coming back from the base, which is great. Lots of things here, like little, elephant ears and such, that are all gonna eventually come back, hopefully. Unfortunately, these yucca plants, I don't know if they're gonna come back or not, which is crazy because I've had these for so many years. This freeze, guys, was so much harder than we anticipated. So much worse. But One good thing is I brought in everything that I could bring in. This is just so sad, you know. But this is reality, and this is the reality of having tropicals in Zone 9. I should have brought this in, but I didn't. I was stupid. Yeah. Anyway, Zone 9, because, you know, a lot of things will make it if we have a normal Zone 9 winter, but we had more of a Zone 8 winter this year, and, you know, some stuff just can't take it. So you have to be prepared to lose things. These rows of Sharon are coming back. These are going to be pretty this year. This one's getting tall. They're eventually going to be, I think, 16 feet tall. Anyway, that's pretty much the gist of it. Just wanted you to see the sad state of things so we can all appreciate the good state of things at the end of the day. Let me show you. So everything's a mess back here right now, but I'm going to show you my garden in the garage. So this is everything we brought in before the freezes. So it is currently February 12th, and I plan on leaving all of this in here until probably the second week of March, maybe a little bit sooner depending on what the weather forecasts are. Everything in here is doing beautiful, just beautiful, which is great because, for instance, this angel trumpet is gonna bloom way sooner than that one outside that's in the ground. And while the angel trumpet comes back from the ground, I feel like maybe it's safer, a better bet to keep it in a pot. That way you can bring it in and you get bloom sooner if you don't let it die back. But that kind of goes for everything, right? Like these cannas are gonna bloom way sooner than anything else. I have a ton of more cannas back there. I have hibiscus in here. Let me go around. So my sea grape did beautifully, and it's put on a ton of new growth here in the garage. My bougainvillea even bloomed in here. It's just old leaves from the canna, typical normal dieback. But this canna's got some rust on it. Lots of new rust here, so I'm gonna have to treat everything for rust. There's another plant back there that has rust, so that's okay though. That can be treated. My variegated agave from the front yard, doing nice. All my Thai plants, pink and pretty back there. So everything in here is doing great, and I should have done this previous years, but I didn't. We used to just pull everything close to the back porch or onto the back porch and just cover it with frost cloth, and then uncover it when the freeze was over, and then recover it when it would get cold again, and pull it out into the sun. It was a whole process. So this year, when we did this and then set up the lights, I said to my husband, like, let's try to keep it like this until March. Like, if we could do that, it would be amazing. And so far, so great. Like, I'm so happy. I was a little nervous about things over here not getting enough light, but that hasn't seemed to bother it at all. Even my mandevilla that was on this trellis is still like big and beautiful. It had a big red bloom on it the other day. It's so funny to me. I just can't get over it. And then here in the front yard, all the boxwoods did beautiful for the freeze. The azaleas are starting to bud up, so I'm praying we don't have a freeze because I would lose all of these blooms. They're gonna be really pretty in a couple weeks, as long as we don't get a freeze. These are my hydrangeas. Sad state right now, but I fully expect to start seeing some buds here very, very soon. Don't see any right now, but that's okay. They will be perfectly fine. And I also have hydrangeas in this pot and this pot over here, which are again gonna be fine. Some alocasia down here will eventually come back. Everything in here is dunzos. This is a begonia and some grass. I'll yank all that out. So while there's hope, it's still a very difficult thing to see after your years of hard work and dedication to making your yard the way you want it to look. Just to have to see it like this is extremely difficult. Like, I can't express. But when you see things like this, like this was my Hilo Beauty. That was huge and beautiful. Post a picture on the screen. This is what's come back from the base. So all this area I just had covered, and like these bromeliads made it. They have some frost damage, but you know, they live. This brake fern has looked beautiful throughout. A lot of little fern coming back here. These angel wing begonias are coming back. This big dark, it's called a dark night or something. Alocasia's coming back. So there's hope here, and ultimately I think that's the bottom line here is, you know, I have to look forward to the hope and the excitement of what's to come. And that's with everything in life, right? Like, you have to put in the hard work to get the results. And so that's just one of those things. If you want it to look a certain way, you got to put in the hard work. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to do some yard maintenance, prune some things, and get it how I want it to look. Let me show you my vegetable garden real quick. Okay, so I planted some seeds here in January, and I have some things sprouting, some things not sprouting. So salad bowl lettuce is looking good. Red velvet lettuce, I don't see any. Butter crunch lettuce, this middle line did great, but I only have a couple. And the other lines that I did, which is a little weird. We did have quite a bit of rain like the day after I seeded these. So I figured it would kind of spread things around some, but the not sprouting part, I'm not sure. Long-standing spinach, I see like 3. The dark red beets are doing great. I need to thin those, and tender sweet carrots, doing great, also need to be thinned. This cage is to keep the cats out of here. Kaleidoscope carrots, I only see like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like a few. And then baby spike carrots, again, only a few. And then I need to go buy some more soil to fill up the rest of this bed, as well as to fill up that new bed that we built. But the blueberries that I had to lift up some because our old beds were lower than this. Now that I've lifted them some, I need to add more soil all around here, obviously, but these have buds on them, so I'm gonna have plenty of blueberries. My drip system is just out and ready for fixing. All of this still needs soil. The weeds find a way. Like, I pulled as many as I could before we redid this, and the weeds always find a way. I've had this tarpaulin here for like 6 months. These are my leeks. I actually planted these last year. Was it a whole year ago? No, whenever the time was for planting leeks, I had bought them, one little cup of them from Lowe's or something, and they were little seedlings, and so I separated them all, and they're finally getting big. They're like onions, they take forever to grow. So they're doing pretty decent. This bed is mostly just full of weeds, except for my blackberry, which it's kind of like bent over right here, but it is right here and all right there. And these are my muscadines. This is all trash basically because it froze. My compost, more mess, really just a mess. We're trying to like reconfigure this area since we've been getting these new beds, so everything's just kind of been thrown about. So for the most part, this is mess. Nothing growing in here currently except for strawberries that winter over. These are hibiscus. Everything here, more weeds, and then strawberries. So that's pretty much it over here. So as you can see, I've got a lot of work ahead of me, and that's okay. It's gonna be fun. So I hope this inspires you to realize that your yard and my yard are the same, and things are not perfect, and nor will they ever be. And in order to be perfect, you would need a team of people. So if anyone has a perfect yard, either they don't have a job and they get to do it full time, or, you know, they have a team. So, you know, come alongside with me and let's work hard together. And I hope this inspires you to go plant today.